So it is officially 115 day and Treyarch have released a bunch of new information about the upcoming DLC 2 Zombies map. Now some of this blog post does confirm a lot of things that we have been wondering about the second map, but a lot of questions have also been raised with this, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now the next Zombies map we will be getting is actually called The Tomb. Now this is really interesting to me because, originally speaking, Origins back in Black Ops 2 was also meant to be called La Tombe, which I think is French for the tomb. It's something along those lines, I don't speak French. But either way, this is just another parallel to that map, which a lot of people, myself included, have thought that this is going to be a spiritual successor to Origins. So it's quite interesting. It's probably just a nice little Easter egg for those zombies nerds out there like myself. Now what was particularly interesting that this blog post has revealed is that we will be getting this map at the start of Season 2, so January 28th. Now if you think of the turnaround time of Zombies maps way back when, this is rapid pace we are getting these. We've already had 4 maps and the game came out, what, 2.5, 3 months ago? This is crazy rapid, so I'm hoping that the quality does continue, honestly as it has in Black Ops 6. I think all the maps have been very, very good. Now speaking of the map itself, we have seen a very clear image of what we saw previously in the intel for Citadel des Morts of an area of the map, and as we can see you've got the upgrade station, you've got the armor plates on the wall. Presumably this will probably be the starting room or one of the main sort of dig site areas. But either way, it looks fantastic. It looks very chaos themed with like the statue being unearthed in the ground there. It's very cool. Now I won't go too far into the story because I'll be honest, my narrative knowledge of zombies is not what it was back in the Black Ops 3 days, but as we can see this map does take place virtually straight after Citadel des Morts. You've obviously secured the Sentinel artifact from that map, and despite all the lovely archaeological stuff that they're talking about in here, there was only one word which stuck in my mind, and that was suspected Origins. There's honestly too many teasers at this point. This map is going to have some form of Origins influence within it somewhere, and honestly I do kind of get that vibe from the other images that we're seeing in this post because they do look a little bit sort of Crazy Place-esque, if that makes sense. But to be fair, they're also very reminiscent of the tombs on 9 with all the skulls piled up, so it could again draw influence from that Chaos storyline which we're obviously having thrown into this story. Now the tomb is said to be crafted in a way that's going to provide a similar experience to the other Black Ops 6 maps with Liberty Falls, which Treyarch make a really big point of saying is their best and most played zombies map in recent years. Now let's be honest, I know it, you know it. The only reason that that map is so well played is because everybody grinded the shit out of camos on it because it was really, really easy. It's nothing to do with the actual layout of the map, and it is without doubt the worst of the 3 maps on there, despite still being very good. However, for those people that haven't fully completed the camo grind yet, if this map is similar and is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, a little bit more interesting, this could quite easily be one of the most popular maps on Black Ops 6. Now the most interesting things in this blog post that I want to talk about are the weapons we are going to be receiving. Obviously we're going to be receiving a wonder weapon, however it does seem as if this is only going to be a single wonder weapon. So it's not going to be all the elemental staffs, which again I think is a good thing. It still could be a staff in itself. All we know about it from a few leaks is the fact that it's going to have some sort of healing ability attached to it. Now I think something that's getting massively overlooked is actually a specialist weapon that we've already seen previously, and it is also from the Chaos storyline, that being the Staff of Ra. Now when they've said a reimagined wonder weapon inspired by our past, how does this not fit the bill? When you tie into the fact that Chaos is obviously going and has a big influence on this map and just on the whole narrative in general, I really feel like this could be an outside shout, and again with the Origins link up, it is still in that staff bracket. So I feel like this is a really underrated shout as to what the wonder weapon could actually be. I think it's fair to say without a doubt it's going to be a staff of some form. However, if it is essentially an upgraded version of what we saw in Black Ops 4, I feel like this could be really, really cool. Especially as those specialist weapons in Black Ops 4 were practically wonder weapons of themselves anyway. Now the other big talking point when it comes to the weapons is that this map will include, and I quote, one of the most iconic SMGs in zombies history coming along for the ride. Now, to me, my first impressions of this mean that we are going to be getting the PPSH. I feel like that is without a doubt the most iconic SMG in zombies history. It was actually busted back in the day of World at War. It saw its grand return in Black Ops 3 and again was equally as good statistically, but the other stuff around it was just as good. And to me that would be an absolutely surefire way to lock in the OG fans and be like, right, here's one of the best weapons that you've ever seen, have it back for this map. I feel like that would be a just home run. The only other couple of options I could think that maybe might fit the bill, but they're definitely not as popular in my opinion, is the MP40. Now again, with the Origins link, I actually could see that happening now I think about it. You've obviously also got it in World at War and in Black Ops 1 on maps like Kino, etc. And the other outside shout which I thought of was actually the Thompson from World at War. Now there is like a Thompson variant already in the game of one of the other SMGs in Black Ops 6, but if it was to get its own original design back, I would honestly love this, because it's not a gun that gets quite the same amount of love as the MP40 and the PPSH. So any of those three I'll be happy personally, but let me know in the comments what you guys think it might be. Now this blog post has reaffirmed that Black Ops 6's maps will all be original locations built from the ground up, so people like myself who thought that we were getting essentially like a Blood of the Dead to Origins in this map, that isn't going to be the case. Again, that's not exactly a bad thing in my opinion. I think original maps are the better way to go. However, they have literally said that they can enjoy a wink and a nod here and there. So to me, I think the easiest way of doing it is to recreate and emulate essentially an aspect of the crazy place. Now we've actually seen similar textures already used in Black Ops 6. When you think about the Citadel Day Mort's boss fight, you've already seen that about in Black Ops 6, so looking from a resource side of things, it's kind of easy for Treyarch to just go, oh, let's pick this up and plop it in the next map. Now speaking of things we've seen before in Zombies, Kevin Sherwood will be back for the OST of The Tomb. However, he's in combination with a new band which we haven't had before. Now I've played a bit of the preview, quite frankly I don't know who the band is, can somebody let me know down below in the comments if you do know, but it sounds rocky and metally as hell, so it's gonna really suit Zombies. When you think back to like the Avenged Sevenfold days, right, like you really do get some quite good synergies with Zombies maps and the music attached to them, so hopefully this is another case of that. Moving away from the Tomb a little bit, the only other thing that came out of this post is that directed mode has been seen as a really big success. It's actually doubled the amount of players that complete the main Easter egg, or the main quest as it's called now. Personally, I still don't really like it from like a core hardcore Zombies fan sort of perspective. However, at the same time, I don't have to play it, so it doesn't really bother me, and it is great for the camo grind. But it's quite interesting, and if it gets more Zombies fans actually enjoying an Easter egg hunting, realistically it probably is quite a good thing. And the only other thing to note, as we sort of expected, is that double XP will be happening for the next week to celebrate the 115 day, as well as double gobble gums, double weapon XP, all that good stuff. But that was pretty much everything from 115 day. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited about the Tomb? Are you a little bit apprehensive? Do you think it's going to be that good, bearing in mind it's coming out very quickly again? What do you guys think the new SMG is going to be? What do you guys think the Wonder Weapon's going to be? And more importantly, what do you think the best map will now be in Black Ops 6? Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you are new here and you have enjoyed, please do consider subscribing. It does mean the absolute world. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Hope to see you in another video sometime soon.